Who doesn't love him? Our favorite mustached hero. And what a happy guy, isn't it? Super Mario. He likes to have parties, race with his best friends, and stomp on enemies' heads. And that in the most colorful worlds. Just look how beautiful all of this is. But with all things that seem too good to be true, there is a darker side to it. Mario has made a lot of enemies along the way, kicking around Kappas and stomping on Goombas, and with every adventure it seems that more and more enemies are added to the list. So he isn't really a popular guy. Among these enemies, most of them seem perfectly fine, but others are just weird, strange or dark. Today I will show you the 5 enemies that you should become most scared of. This way you might think twice before attacking them aimlessly. Let's see which monsters there are to be found. We all know this one. I think for many this is probably the first jump scare for them as a kid. When you have gathered enough stars in Super Mario 64, suddenly a Boo will be chilling in the hallway towards the courtyard. You will now find multiple Boos hanging around here, and one of them will hold a magical box to a secret level. Big Boo's Haunt. As expected, many ghouly enemies can be found here, like Boos and floating eyeballs. The worst one though is the scariest of them all. A piano. But not just any piano. This one goes by the name Mad Piano. And believe me, it most certainly is mad. While entering this essentially not threatening room, you will find nothing except a lonesome piano in the corner. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, but when approaching, sweet baby Luigi! A warning would have been nice. Worst of all, this guy is guarding a red coin. And even worse than that, the piano is unkillable, which makes the whole ordeal kind of tricky. One of their bites will give you 3 points of damage, which is quite a lot. So the best thing you can do is just jump straight in and hope for the best. You know them all too well, and you have seen them many times. Shy Guys. Some people claim they are perfect, as they have practically seen 0 changes in their design. Which can't be said about a lot of Mario characters, but there's just something off about them. Their faces. I mean, is it their face? Is it a mask? And if so, what's hiding behind that mask? Shy Guys of course weren't originally Mario enemies, but they were developed for the game Yumikoyo Doki Doki Panic, which would later be remodeled to become Super Mario Bros. 2. And so would also bring with it the Shy Guys. Shy Guys mostly don't show any expressions, which would be difficult with a mask. But there are instances where Shy Guys are seen to be able to change some aspects of their mask to convey emotions. So it's pretty unclear what the real answer is. It also seems that they don't have any allegiance to anyone within the Mushroom Kingdom, as they have fought alongside Bowser, Kamek and also Smitty. They even are sometimes friendly with Mario and his partners. So what these creatures are and what their goal is will remain a mystery, I'm afraid. And what's hiding behind the mask? We will probably never know. And that might be a good thing. Let's jump from one Super Mario Bros. 2 enemy to the next. Another nightmare-inducing being. The Phanto, which probably comes from the word phantom. At first glance they seem to be innocent and they won't do anything. Unless you decide to steal a treasure, which often is a key. Then they will start chasing you. And you better run, boy, because Phantos are unstoppable. Really. I guess they are some godlike creature because nothing will stop them to find you and retrieve the treasure. You can go inside doors, go up in the sky or try to hide underground. They will find you. And there is no way to stop them. Except when you use a stopwatch in combination with a superstar. Only using the superstar won't do the trick. You have to use the stopwatch as well. But even then, when you enter a new room while still carrying the key, a new Phantom will take the old one's place. They will stop chasing you if you drop said item. But once you pick it up again, the hunt is back on. Their appearance is the thing that makes it the worst of all. Such a static face with an always gazing look and creepy smile. As they were also present in Doki Doki Panic, their design went through some changes. Not that they were that handsome in that game, but at least they were much less scary with more of a neutral expression. A little less nightmare fuel, which is always appreciated. I know the eel from Mario 64 is also an enemy that people aren't too fond of, with their evil eyes and once again unstoppable movements. Unable to be killed. Heck, even in Mario Odyssey they kept their classic creepy looks to haunt you once again. But it's not the creature I want to talk about. There is another eel that looks much worse, and you can find them in Super Mario Galaxy. Gringills. With their huge eyes they are also nightmare-inducing. They can be found inside of caves in multiple galaxies. They hide inside their holes but can occasionally be found swimming around. You have the regular versions which are awful on its own, but you also have the Big Daddy versions. And looking at them, they have seen some serious shit. They always have their mouth open, so they kind of remind me of anglerfish. So imagine this beast, but then longer. In a cave. Underwater. In the dark. Thank you very much, but no. We have seen some serious messed up enemies today. Some with maybe a shady background and others that need little explanation on why they're so scary as they are. But our next being, ladies and gentlemen, takes the big prize. One that you wouldn't want to meet because of all the horrible acts it might commit. And yes, I'm talking of course about... Kappas! What? He's too cute to be scary? This simple enemy couldn't be that horrific, right? Wrong, and let me tell you why. Miyamoto, creator of Mario himself, has stated that he took inspiration for the Kappas from Kappas. And no, I don't mean this one. Kappas are demons or imps that can be found in Japanese folklore. These are green human-like beings that kind of look like turtles. Kappa literally translates as river child, as they often can be found there. Their favorite food are cucumbers and their favorite thing to do is sumo wrestling. Yeah, I'm not making this up, you can look for yourself. Well, so what makes these creatures so bad? Well, story goes that they are not always foul beings, but their behavior can range from mischievous to straight up evil, as they might look at women's skirts or steal objects from people. But they are also known to drown humans, kidnap children, rape women, and eat human flesh. Yikes. But you could defeat them as well. They might challenge you for a game of wrestling, which they love. Then you could try to get the water out of the hole on top of the Kappa's head, which makes it very weak. Once again, I'm not making this up. So to know that Kappas are based off of that makes them a little bit less cute. Just try to make sure that you have a cucumber with you next time you encounter one of these silly beasts. Then you will probably be fine. So those are the 5 creatures from Mario that you wouldn't want to meet in real life. So what do you think? Do you also get the shivers from these 5 bad guys? Or is there a creature in the Super Mario universe to be found that's even worse than these? Let me know in the comments as I'm really curious what you think. And if you like Mario and other Nintendo games, then be sure to subscribe to Expref, as there are a whole lot more videos like these to be found. Like the top 5 scariest Zelda enemies, which you will also love if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching.